Join us, Millie, Junty, and our kids as we find the extraordinary wonder in our ordinary lives. Welcome to Wonderlust.
We've come to Fort Canning today with some friends on a monster day tour, which is pretty cool. It's a little hunt with a dinosaur. We've got to get out of a chest. So we've been given a little booklet and we've got to go around Fort Canning and find some clues. So we're going to head off to the first one and yeah, check it all out. I've never been to Fort Canning in the morning. I've only gone to sort of do a walk here, but it is packed, which is really nice. It's a little bit cooler. The clouds are a little bit grey, so I'm hoping they will stay off. We've got to go around and look at the tree names and find particular colours. So the kids are running off trying to find them. This one's really nice to start with because we can do it as a family, and it's good to get the kids involved with this one as well because it's not too tricky for them to be involved and engaged.
It's really good actually. I think I've cracked it. Because there's only 3 colours, right?
Yeah.
So if we throw in 2 other colours, we can work it out that way, right? This is like Amazing Race. Oh, we need to sabotage some other teams somehow.
So, Amazing Race is a TV show we've become a little bit obsessed with. You get teams that race around the world and they have to do challenges and stuff, and if they don't get there, they get eliminated and the winner gets $1 million. I don't think we'll be getting $1 million. But, we're not going to tell you the answers, so you have to come and do this for yourself.
Okay, so you've sold that.
The rain started to come down, the park has cleared out pretty quickly, but we've got a couple of umbrellas between 6 of us.
I've already done 5,000 steps today.
So we're going to wait for a little bit under this kind of canopy and hope for the best. We hope that it's going to ease. It looks kind of lighter over there, so maybe. And then we're going to head up the stairs to the next place, which is going to be cool.
So the rain is easing off a little bit, so we're going to head on. While we were waiting, we thought we would try and find a picture of the wall carving we were looking for and try and get a little bit of a head start on some clues. There's some other teams around the place, and if you're particularly competitive like we might be, then we're like trying to be hush hush, and we think we figured out a few things, but we decided that we're just going to head on. I'm walking up some steps, so I'm making sure I'm looking where I'm going. So we're heading off to the next bit and to see if we can figure out what the next clue is now that the rain is slightly stopped.
Fluffy leaf.
Ooh, a fluffy leaf.
I absolutely love the smell of Singapore just after it rains. I say just after, it's still raining now, but I love it. It's so good.
Lots of this park is paved, which is quite helpful and make it quite accessible, but there's also escalators. You say it's quite funny, you go for a walk in the park, but you can get up to Fort Canning by escalators. But I think we're at our next destination. The rain feels like it's coming down a little bit heavier now. Woo, let's go.
I found some fishies.
This place is absolutely stunning. I don't really believe that I've never been here before. I would love to be here on a day where it is really, really hot and sunny, but rainy even, it looks beautiful, so no complaints.
We've solved our second clue, and it gives a little bit of information in the little guidebook as you go around. And this used to be a bath, so people used to just come, chill out, and sit in the water here, which I can imagine would be really nice and refreshing. It does feel like you could be in some sort of Thai spa. There are steps going down into the water, but we're wet enough already today from the rain, so we're going to carry on to clue 3.
Fort Canning has been loads of different things over the years. As far as I know, way back when, it was a fort in itself. There was a palace here, I think. There's definitely the tombstone and grave of the last king of Singapore is still here. So I'd love to see that at some point. It was also the site where the British surrendered to the Japanese. It's where the decision was made anyway. The British actually wanted the Japanese to come here to sign the surrender, but the Japanese thought it was a complete trick. They thought that the Brits were trying to get them to come here and they're going to ambush them, and so that's when they forced them over to the Ford factory. And so the Brits had to walk from here to Ford Factory to get that sorted out. Today it is just a beautifully planted place with just, it's just beautiful, the whole thing. There's lots of history here. There's some really nice cultural things from all over the world. If you haven't been to it yet, you should check out the Sangnila Garden, which is absolutely stunning. It almost feels like you're in Bali somewhere. And we're just coming up to a really cool a port, like a portcullis, where it was, I guess, an entrance to the fort here. So we're just going to go check that out. Our next clue's over there as well. Let's go!
This behind me, slightly obscured by my umbrella, is a BattleBots escape shaft. So it says that there's a ladder down behind it to be able to escape. Like Jonty said, this was kind of used during the war. There's loads of tunnels underground that all link up to kind of get you to various places around Fort Canning. And it's just great that they've just preserved a lot of this. We think it's really important to learn about history. We went to the museum the other week. You can check that vlog out here too. And it's more like a walkthrough of Singapore pre-Japanese occupation and post. And we just thought that museum was brilliant. So we're up here. We're going to have a little look around. The rain has slightly stopped. The sound of rain on an umbrella always reminds me of camping. It's that kind of the rain just tapping on the top of a tent, which I love. So we're going to check out this little area and then we're going to head on to Clue Fort. This tour is great because it uses things that are already here in the area, so you get to go and explore things and find around. It's just on the pencil and the paper. Ours is kind of drying off a little bit, but you use that to go around, and like I said, it's great for the kids to get involved. We've got another couple with us today, so it's nice to kind of bounce ideas around. And at the beginning, the Monster Day Tours guide, a bit more thunder, he kind of said, are you happy to mix up to meet some new people? So that's really good. So you could come and do it with a couple and then come and meet some new friends, which I think is good fun anyway. We're a little bit stumped by one of the clues. 4 adults, 2 kids. We can't seem to figure it out. There is like a bit of a clue at the back, but we can't seem to figure it out, and we can't see any more teams nearby to kind of ask them if they've figured it out yet. So we're going to keep trying a little bit longer, and hopefully we'll have an epiphany and we will figure out what the next keyword is. And then you enter the keyword onto their website, and then when you get back to the end, there's one more clue to solve, but you've got to have all of the 8 answers as you go around first.
We got played.
We got it!
We'll show you.
Well done, Jen.
You had to match one of the pictures up with what's on the door, and we had the wrong one circled. Such a small little thing, but we've got it now, yay! What?
It says page not found.
No, it's wrong!
It could be the RT.
Oh.
Which makes more sense.
Yeah! Don't look at that, people. You're gonna have to do it yourself.
You can blur it out.
Gonna have to zoom in.
Husband, where's your chicken noise?
Yeah, we got it.
There's a little extra challenge. If you take a picture of yourself with one of the chickens or cockerels about and then you put it on their Instagram, you get entered into a prize. So we tried to take a picture of us with a chicken or a cockerel. You can be the judge, it's not a very clear one.
This is the burial site of Iskandar Shah, who is the last king of Singapore. I've never been up here. I've intended on it. I came one day after work and it was just like so hot, and I was in a shirt and trousers and it was minging, so I went home. But here it is. It's pretty cool. I find it exciting. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just really excited about history, particularly Singapore's history. But this is the burial site of the last king of Singapore. Just got a mosquito. It was mid-chew on my arm. I can't believe I've never seen this facade of the Fort Canning Centre. It's enormous and beautiful. It looks like it's being refurbished or maybe cleaned up or something, but it is beautiful and it's huge. The kids and our friends Amelia are just over there somewhere. I need to go and find them at the Artisan's Garden. They've got some stuff, some clues to find, so I'm going to join them. But this is stunning. I need to come here on a hot day and sit and have a picnic out front. It looks beautiful.
In last week's vlog, we went to the museum, we were talking about like ruins, and there's not really a lot of ruins in Singapore. In the UK there was loads near us, loads of ruins, old castles, turrets, things like that. But here there's an archaeological site that they've left open so you can see, and there's all information around it as to how they found it, why they preserved it, tools they use. So there is actual a ruin here, so you can bring your kids here to come and find out about a bit more about the history, the past of Singapore, and get hands-on involved.
So the palace that I mentioned earlier is right here. This is some of the ruins that have been found from the palace that used to be here in
Fort Canning?
I'm looking for a year.
Oh.
This was only excavated in the 1980s, but it will date back to around the 1400s, which is when the last king of Singapore was alive. This may have been his palace, which is pretty cool. You're not allowed to go in, which is totally fine. They're looking after it really, really well, and they've got these beautiful displays, a video that tells you all about it here as well. I can't believe I've never been here. I'm very, very grateful to be here today, and this whole activity that we're doing today, it's a bit like an escape rooms meets a treasure hunt, but it's brilliant, and it is opening up so many different aspects of Fort Canning for us, so much of history that we didn't know about before. I'm having a blast. What a great day.
So you get 2.5 hours to complete the challenge. We've got about 40 minutes left. Aspen's still trying to call a chicken so that we can get a better selfie. So we're heading to the next destination now. Around here it smells quite sweet, and it's because there's loads of pandan leaves everywhere. One of my favourite things to eat is the pandan chiffon cake, and Jonty's mum makes it and it's amazing. You can buy it here. Round cake, it's kind of got a hole in the middle, and when you break it open it's bright green, which can kind of look a little bit off-putting, but it's called the vanilla of Asia, and it is so good, and those cakes are so soft. I could easily eat a whole one and not feel guilty about it.
She
like
has eaten a whole one.
Soft and fluffy. So if you haven't had one, I suggest you go and try pandan chiffon cake. We might have to get one today. Maybe we can get one today. Let's go. So what do we need to?
Monkey Queen.
Oh, nice. Found it.
This little section is dubbed one of the most Instagrammable places in Singapore, and you can see why. It is beautiful. If you want to come and get a picture without the crowds, you kind of need to come early in the morning. I came once, set up my camera and took some silly photos, but it was really nice just to wander around. Make sure you bring bug spray. I got really bitten the first time I came here, but we're off to our next destination. Oh, Aspen's found a feather, and we've got, I think, 2 more clues left to do.
We're going down 5 Kings Walk,
where the
so
start is, yeah.
it's the last one. We've got 20 minutes left. Let's go! And just to give you an idea of where Fort Canning sits with regards to the city and all the buildings and everything around here that everyone knows Singapore for, check this out. And we're just heading down this way for our last point, and hopefully we'll finish in time, get a prize. Yep.
We've completed 8 of the clues to go and find Pepper the dinosaur, so now we've got to head back to the start, and I think we're given another clue that we have to use all of the clues we found collectively to unlock the treasure chest, so it's quite exciting.
Lots of leaves. See?
Huge, Aspen.
What's the final puzzle?
Okay.
We're one of the first groups back, which feels pretty good. A little bit competitive, not gonna lie. But the tour guide is now telling us how we crack the last code based on all the clues that we found, but we are not gonna tell you the answers. Woohoo! We have finished the tour. We got little dinosaur badges, which are pretty cool. And we were just told that there's actually 4 different tours. Little India, Chinatown, and one over at Fort Siloso over
coming
on
in June.
Sentosa. So we really want to sign up to them. We loved this. It was not too challenging, but like just the right level. Like
Yeah,
to kind of
it
get your brain
definitely had
thinking.
some challenge. You had to think about it, but it wasn't like impossible to do.
No.
We managed to complete everything on our own, which was good.
We did.
No cheeky googling or anything like that.
No, first team back. Woohoo!
Yeah, we won.
So we got an extra little
Suckers.
discount.
Oh, sorry, I'll be fine.
We got an extra little discount for another one of the tours, which is really awesome. But we've had a great time. The sun's out now.
Yeah. It's been brilliant.
Yeah.
I think it's such a great way to find out a little bit more about the history of Singapore, but also just to be able to explore Fort Canning, which we haven't really done before, so I've loved it. I think it's been brilliant.
And you were saying like to meet new people, they can kind of put you in other groups with other people. So if you want to meet other people, or if you've recently relocated here, you can meet other people, or you can just bring you can bring your own team if you're not feeling sociable. And do that. But thanks for coming along with us.
Yeah.
Do check out the website and everything they've got on offer. They do offer free tours every so often and paid ones as well, or you can have a private tour. Yeah, really good day.